Achievement is the goal of the end of the struggle. Keep fighting for Indonesia's glory. Indonesia's national team, we're all so proud of you. Your struggle on the field has inspired us all. You run, you chase, with a burning spirit, bringing honor to our nation, Indonesia.
Apa reaksi pertama Anda terkait hasil undian Piala Asia 2027 dan apa yang perlu Indonesia siapkan saat ini?
Indonesia were the toughest team in pot 4, and I'm sure Japan and Qatar felt the same, that they've got a really tough group now. There was no easy team pulled into their group, so I looked at it from their perspective, how their coaches might be feeling getting Indonesia and Thailand, another tough team. But then from my perspective, Japan are a great test for us. I think if we are to qualify for 2030, and I keep my vision there, always working back from 2030 and that overarching goal, we have to get closer to Japan, and that's a process. It's a mental process, and then it's a technical, tactical process. Making sure that in that game, while the ultimate goal is to try and beat Japan in the first game of a tournament or to get a result, what I learned from the last match was there are too many tactical elements where the gaps are too big, and we can be really smart in closing some of those gaps with Japan. And then I think of my experience with Canada. We beat Japan on the way to Qatar World Cup, and we actually beat Qatar on the way to the World Cup. So I have some experiences of both of their teams, some of the individuals like Afif with Qatar, a top player, and how to try and nullify him in matches. So I'll use some of that experience. So when you talk about the feeling, there was an element of intrepidation because you've got a really tough group, but some excitement because I've had experiences of winning against these teams.
Bagaimana Anda ingin Indonesia menghadapi turnamen ini secara mental, taktis, keberanian, keyakinan juga ambisi?
I think the team has to embody who they are. So as a coach, you have a vision for what you want your team to be, but I have to respect we have players from born and bred and developed in Indonesia. We have players that are born and bred in the Netherlands and other places around the world, as well as they're experiencing different football cultures, from Serie A to the Bundesliga to the Eredivisie to Liga 1 here. And all of those experiences are important. So it's difficult for me as a coach to say, this is the identity that I want to see. It's about bringing all of that experience and goodness together, all of the good of their experiences, and then bringing a collective identity. That collective identity is something they have to be clear in articulating together and being able to commit to the 1, 2, or 3 things they want to show every time they play. And that's their decision. My job as a coach is, through the leadership groups, through the connection I form with the players, is to draw that out of them. As a starting point, I've had experience of qualifying teams for World Cup, so I'll bring what I believe are the non-negotiables of our identity, align it to a bigger purpose, which is the 280 million reasons why we get out of bed every day. Make sure that they fully understand the purpose of wearing this jersey. And then when they're clear on that purpose, getting them to decide who they want to be and what they want to show these 280 million people. And when they're deciding on the elements of the identity, I have to just be the truth mirror. Because if they're choosing elements that aren't going to help them qualify, and based on my experiences, I'm pretty clear on what it's going to take, then I'll try and negotiate and bring them to the place that brings that clarity about who we are and what we have to bring.
Timnas Indonesia seperti apa yang ingin Anda lihat di Arab Saudi nanti?
I mean, I think this is the art of coaching, the art of selection, the art of team building. You have to get the balance of all of those players. There is no one perfect human that has all of those qualities. And this is why teams are teams. You have to know that some players are going to be resilient under pressure. Some players are going to be able to move into those flow states in pressure, and others can't. Others just become resilient and tough and dogged and gritty, while others can dance on that razor's edge. They can really, bring an elite level of technical execution, and they thrive in their moments. So I think for a coach, it's understanding that you have to get the right balance of all of these personalities. Some players become loud in those moments. Some players go introverted, but still offer the team something. So the balance is important in your selection. And then there's the unknown. For a lot of players, they've never been to that level of pressure. So some players we'll have selected going into AFC may not have experienced a big match of that meaning. And that meaning might be we could be playing for a semi-final place. We could be playing for a group stage match to get us into the knockouts. And it could be the first experience of a player at that level representing 280 million people. That's a huge weight or gift. And I think, again, as a coach, our job is to normalize the pressure, to reframe it into the opportunity and challenge, not the threat, and to ensure we get the balance right of the personalities and characters that we know can handle it, alchemize it into something exciting, and then try and infect a group of people that maybe haven't had those experiences to minimize the effect of pressure, because pressure's there. It's there, like whether we like it or not.